What's up YouTube, Jeff back again. Today I have a very exciting Samsung video for you guys, and today we're going to be talking about the always on display on the Galaxy S24 Ultra. There's a feature that you guys might not know exists because it's not really promoted by Samsung, but it's one that's available on the iPhones, and I think a lot of people were interested in having it on the Galaxy devices. So if you look at my always on display, you'll notice that this wallpaper has the main subject as a person. And so when I set it to always on display, it only shows a silhouette of the person. And then when I turn it back on, you can see how the rest of the wallpaper kind of appears around him. Now, this is a pretty cool feature. I'm going to show you how to enable it, as well as some problems people were having. I'll show you guys how to avoid those issues. If you haven't seen the option, if it's grayed out on your device, I'll show you how to bring it back. Before we get started, I want to thank my son, Jonathan, my 3-year-old son. He always gives us some dinos to hang out in the video. We've got the Elasmosaurus and the Dimetrodon. Definitely appreciate him. Also, if you guys haven't yet, check out my alpha link. It's in the description. You can keep up with everything that's going on with me, the channel, the website. And if you're new to the channel, we do mystery boxes here on the channel. If you order your new Samsung phone through our links, you get a free case cleaning kit, desktop phone stand, other goodies. You can check this out right from the alpha link. We've got the Z Fold 6 and the Z Flip 6 coming up very, very soon. All the details are there about the mystery boxes. 100% free for you guys. We cover shipping. So if you're going to be ordering something from Samsung Unpacked this summer, make sure you sign up. The way you get notified about it, sign up for the newsletter, email address, your phone model, and we'll send out the messages later in the summer about all the details of how to get in on that mystery box program. So let's go ahead and get started. Talk about this always on display feature. If you go to the main settings on your S24 Ultra or your other Galaxy S24 device, scroll down to lock screen and always on display. And if you have the always on display enabled, you'll notice there's a couple of new options here with One UI 6.1. Now, the first option I want to point out to you is the when to show option. So when to show used to have always tap to show scheduled or for new notifications. The new option, which is one I really like, is auto, which means it shows all the time unless your phone detects that it's in a dark place, such as your purse, pocket, or dark room. That means that not only will it save some battery life when it's in your pocket, but also at nighttime when you're going to sleep, it'll automatically turn off the always on display and not distract you while you're trying to get some rest. You don't have to really worry about setting it as scheduled if that's your main concern. You know, the screen being on while you're trying to sleep and it bothers you, that'll fix that issue. Now, the other option I want to talk about are these two. Show lock screen wallpaper. This is something that was also kind of introduced by Apple. Whether or not you think it's a good idea, some people still like the all black always on display, and you can do that by just turning this off. It's not a big deal. But if you like it, it'll show your wallpaper always on the always on display. Now, if you choose the regular always on display and you choose to show the wallpaper, it's going to look like this. So here's an example of what it looks like if you have it on all the time. This is my other S24 Ultra. You see the wallpaper completely through the always on display. Now, this option below it, the erase background, which I'm talking about, allows you to show the main subject of the photo only, and it does really only work with photos that have people or animals as the main subject. So I'll show you really quickly kind of how this works with another example. You want to choose a good one. So you guys know the wallpaper app I use is One4Wall. Here's another wallpaper that has a rabbit, obviously, as the main subject. So let me go ahead and set this as my wallpaper. You saw the example I had with the person. That wallpaper also is from One4Wall, by the way, in case anyone's interested where it came from. So now if I go back into lock screen and always on display, go back in here, now you'll notice that this is actually grayed out. So I was wondering why this was, and a lot of people brought this to my attention. They didn't see the option. You see how it's grayed out here? And if I go back to my always on display, you notice it shows the whole wallpaper, just like on my other S24 Ultra that I just demonstrated. That's not what I want. I want to just show the rabbit. So the reason this is that if you use a third-party application like One4Wall to set the wallpaper, it will not give you the option to then go ahead and show only the main subject, erase background. So what you have to do is download this if you're using a wallpaper app like One4Wall. And then once you've downloaded it, you're going to go into Wallpaper and Style, change wallpapers, and then choose the whatever folder this is in, choose this and set the wallpaper from within the actual Samsung wallpaper picker. Tap on next. And now, once you do that, you can tap on done and it will be set. And if you go back into the always on display options now, what you'll notice is that this option to erase the background is now available. So if we go into lock screen and always on display, you now see I can turn erase background on or off with this particular photo. So this was happening to quite a few people because a lot of people use not only 1-4-Wall, but maybe Zedge, some other popular wallpaper picker. This will gray out the option and will not let you use the erase background option. And I think the rabbit actually looks super awesome with the erase background option. Now there's a couple of other issues that I noticed as well with this. For those of you out there who are Good Lock fans like me, there's 2 other options that will actually prevent you from using the erase background feature. And I wanted to present this as well in case people are having this issue. If you're using the Good Lock module Lockstar right here, that will also gray out the erase background feature. It will not work. So keep that in mind. If you're using Wonderland, which allows you to create effects with your wallpaper, I've also noticed that that will prevent it from working sometimes as well. And lastly, one other thing that will cause it to be grayed out is if you have the Photo Ambient Wallpaper Labs option turned on. So if you go into settings, go down to advanced features, go into labs. If you have Photo Ambient Wallpaper turned on, this will also remove the erase background option. So keep in mind, if you want to use erase background, you also have to turn this off. So hopefully eventually in the future, Samsung will allow some of these things to maybe work together. But all those different customization options, Lockstar, Wonderland, Photo Ambient Wallpaper, and erase background, they can't all work simultaneously right now. So if you have to kind of pick one that you want to use. Anyway, I thought people would find this valuable. I've seen a lot of people mentioning that they wanted to use it, but they weren't sure why it wasn't working on their particular device. This is probably why it's not working on your device. So let me know if you have any questions or if I can help out. Otherwise, check out the alpha link, sign up for the mystery box if you're going to be buying something from the Summer Unpacked event. I appreciate you guys checking out the video. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.